It's the Crafty Nomad. It's Sunday, and it's sort of an irregular Sunday. Let's start my car. It's going to be loud. Hold on. Okay. I probably am not going to use this footage, but anyway, I'm headed to the gym. And, and then I'm going to sneak over to Michael's, and then I'll come home and hopefully complete this episode. Headed to the gym. I am doing good with on this journey, guys. I think I shared with you guys my blood sugar had gotten up into diabetic range, and so that sort of scared me straight. And now I went back to the doctor. I lost 9 pounds in 4 weeks. I have also, what else? Blood sugar went down from a 7.1 or 2 down to a 6.6, the A1C. That's the one that's important. And so that's good progress, but still not good enough. So I'm going to continue on this journey. All right, headed to the gym. Okay, I don't know if I'm going to be able to use this footage, but the reason why I say irregular Sunday is because we didn't have church today. So our church celebrated a 30th anniversary, but we had a big service last night, which I did not go to because I have a 10-year-old. It was a 4-hour service, and I just didn't see that as something that was going to be fun for anybody. So we stayed home. Actually, we went out with some of our friends who we've had for years instead. But because there was a service last night, there's no service today. And so we are at home, so I get to go to the gym today early. That's why it's irregular. Okay, be back. Fun fact, I got married in this church right across from the Y. Alright, guys. So at first, the teacher did not show up, but one of the students who is a regular taught the class. So it was super fun, and I am all sweaty, and I'm going to take my sweaty self to Michael's really quickly, and then I'm going home to take a shower. No one has to smell me or anything. I'm just going to get a couple things and run right off the store. All right, see you soon. They changed the store around, and here's a new offer today. Charisma is $4 for $9.99. I don't know what other coupons are available. Hopefully they got a 20% off everything coupon type of situation. We'll see. This is what we got. And then Impeccable $4 for $9.99. Looking for another pink camo because from Red Heart Super Saver, but they don't have it. I don't even see that they had a place for it. But they've got now a lot of these Red Heart Chunkies, and they didn't used to have them. So I'm going to have to try those. Alright, guys. The pink camo is not here. I wanted to make a hat to match the little circular vest that I made. And I used up every bit of the one ball for the vest I made. We'll see. Okay. So these are all being cleared, and yeah, I know why I didn't really want any of these, but I guess somebody might. Hey everybody, I just got home and I tried to do this video while I just left Michael's. It was just super loud, so I'm doing it again. Anyway, went to Michael's, took my sweaty self there, and what I went for, they had one of the things I went for and one of the things they did not have. But first thing I went for was this Loops and Threads Country Loom in the colorway Shawl. It's 100% acrylic. It comes with 104 yards, and I have 2 of these at home already in this colorway, and I need 3 because I want to make another fringed triangle shawl. Fringed triangle cowl by Rell at the Dabbling Hook. So I got another one of those. The other thing that I wanted that they didn't have is the pink camo Red Heart Super Saver. They did not have that colorway anywhere. So I'll probably have to go back to Joann's, which is where I think I got the first one. Then they had I showed you already that they had the impeccable loops and threads, or is it called yarn lane now? No, it's loops and threads. Okay, anyway, impeccable. And they had them 4 for $10, so I got these to make some more circular vests. 100% acrylic. How many yards? 187 yards. And you need 2 of these. Not the full 2, but you do need 2 of these to make circular vests, because the Super Saver one that I use for the pink camo, it has something like 256 yards in it, and I used every bit of it. So I got that colorway. This colorway is called Toasted Almond Variegated. I wanted to make some neutral ones. Hold on, guys. Oh, I guess you're gonna go behind me and try and park? I don't know what's happening. I'm not leaving. Am I not parked? I don't think 2 people can park here. And I'm gonna have to end up parking behind my husband, I think. Anyway, I don't know what this dude just did, but I'll have to get out and check and see if I can leave my car here. I might not be in the space fully. Maybe he realized that he's not in the space fully, so he's now leaving. Anyway, I got this also in the colorway Earth Ombre. He just left. This is the littlest bittiest parking spot. I don't know how he thought 2 cars was gonna fit here. Anyway, let me stop fussing. Same loops and threads, impeccable, in the colorway Earth Ombre. That's super cool. And then I did go ahead and try the Red Heart Super Saver Chunky in the colorway Gray Heather, and this has something like 168 yards. It's not that chunky. I've seen chunkier. They're calling this a number 5 chunky. So we'll see how that all works out. Then I stopped at Marshall's. Shout out to Marshall's. I don't know if you guys have one, but it's just like TJ Maxx. And I had to get like a little fall mug for all things warm and toasty whenever we get to the point where we need this kind of thing. Warm things to keep us warm, drinks, hot drinks to keep us warm. Right now, we don't need nothing to keep us warm. We need something to cool us off in LA. Anyway, I'm gonna get in the house and go take a shower. I got lunch for everybody there waiting for me. And yeah, going in. Sorry for the crinkling, not really, because I like the crinkling. Anyway, talk back soon. Hey everybody, it's Kim, and I am here. I am showered, and I am ready to do an episode of the Crafty Nomad Podcast. All right, so I'm your host. As I said, my name is Kim, and they call me the Crafty Nomad because I am all over the place. When it comes to my crafting, I move just like a nomad from one craft to another. But today I'm really going to stick with crochet, finished objects, and whips. But first of all, I want to say welcome to all of my returning viewers. Thank you so much, guys, for just all your support and all the comments and all those things that we as podcasters really love. Thank you so much for taking some of your time and spending some of your precious time with me. Thank you so much for all of you who just showed up in the last maybe month. My goodness, I have jumped quite a few subscribers over the last month. I believe somewhere around 60 new subscribers. And I want to thank you because I finally hit 700 subscribers. And the crowd goes wild. Anyway, I'm very excited about that, and because of that, there will be another video later on this week about a Happy Mail random act of kindness to celebrate reaching over 700 subscribers. Last night, I put up a post on Instagram and on Facebook because I was at 699. By the time I woke up this morning, I was at 705 by the time I looked at it, and now I think it's over 710. So, man, thank you guys so much. So just in the last night, I think I got about 10 new subscribers. So I really appreciate all of your support. If you want to follow me on Instagram, I am Kim the Crafty Nomad over there. And on Ravelry, I am Pettis Kim Knits. And where else can you find me? Right here on YouTube. My channel is PETTISKIM, but you can also just search for the Crafty Nomad Podcast. I do a variety of things. I knit, I crochet, I paper craft, I make jewelry, I sew, I make resin pieces, and I'm actually feeling the itch to make some resin pieces because over on Instagram somebody commented on one of my old demolding videos, and I don't know if you ever watched that. Okay, it's so strangely satisfying to listen to people as they pop the resin pieces out of the molds. So I made a couple of those videos too, and somebody commented on that on mine, and I started thinking, oh, I'm gonna make some resin pieces. So stay tuned for that. But for today, we have knitting and we have crochet. So I just realized that I have another knitting work in progress, but I haven't actively worked on it, so I'll bring that over on another time. But for today, I have 2 finished objects, and well, one of them I still need to weave in a couple of ends, but it is finished, so I'm gonna show it. And then I have I think 3 whips as opposed to last week with all the finishes. Anyway, let's get to it. So if you follow me and you're already a part of our Facebook group over there on Facebook, you have already seen this. I'm going to throw up a portion of a video that I put on Facebook already to show off this finished object. Now, I am participating in a make-along that is hosted by Decimore Designs. And you guys know it's been a year of really people calling for representation in every sector of life. But specifically on Instagram, there's been a whole thing, it may have been going on since last year at this point, about representation. And I'm not going to talk about it because so many people have spoken about it with so much clear, concise communication that I will point you to them. One person is Kalisha Ryan of the Quirky Monday podcast. She's a knitter, she's a crocheter, she is also a crafty nomad, honestly. She is a nomad like me, and she is very well spoken on the subject, but there are just different efforts out there to sort of get some of the Black, indigenous, people of color designers, whether they make bags, whether they dye yarn, whether they design patterns, to get them out front so people can see them. Because guys, representation is important, and if you are not a part of a group that's underrepresented, it might be a little bit hard to understand. But I'm going to give you just a quick example from my own life that really almost moves me to tears, and I shared it here before, but I'm going to share it with you guys again. So when the movie Black Panther came out, of course, we, like everybody else in America, it seems, wanted to see that thing right away because a brown-skinned superhero, can I get an amen? It was awesome. It was a fantastic movie anyway, but for people of color, it was Stanley. Kudos and shout out to you. May you rest in peace. But back to the subject at hand. We took my son to go see it. At the time, I believe he was 8 or 9 years old. I don't know if he had turned 10 yet. Maybe it was 9. It was 2 years ago or a year ago. Anyway, took him to go see it. Of course, we all enjoyed it. We loved it. But the very next morning, when he was getting ready for school, he looked in the mirror and he said, and I was standing there with him, and he said, I kind of look like him. And he said he felt like he kind of looked like Black Panther. He said, I kind of look like Black Panther. And man, a mama's heart, because he has never, ever been able to say anything like that. So it was so exciting. So just for my kid to be able to look in the mirror, to be able to go to a movie and see somebody that looks like him, guys, it's hard to explain it if you're not a part of any kind of underrepresented group. But it was absolutely amazing for that to happen in his life. And so this whole thing with the trying to put it out there for designers, yarn dyers, bag makers, creatives of color, for their work to be showcased is an amazing thing. So that's all I'm going to say about it. But I am participating in the hashtag BIPOC Mal 2019, hosted by Decimore Designs. Her first name, I believe, is Elizabeth. And so basically what you do is, the way I understand it, I got to read it again, but you can either use yarn by a designer of color, a dyer of color, or you can use a design by someone of color and enter it into the make-along. And I'm going to tell you, okay, first of all, it should be clear. You don't have to be a person of color to participate. You just need to be showcasing a design of somebody who is Black, indigenous, person of color. That's what we're looking for. So there's lots of people out there. There are so many great designers. I'll mention, obviously, I'll show you what I've done, but right now I'm going to mention, I already mentioned her, Kalisha of the Quirky Monday podcast. She's a designer. A lot of you have done her designs. If you're working on one now, enter it into the make-along. Also, Piper Nell, her name is Chanel Wu. Chanel has not really made YouTube videos in a while, and she's pretty much a knitter, but first of all, she is super smart. She went to an incredible university, but she at some point started really getting into her yarn and her designing, and she's got some amazing knitwear designs out there. If you are a knitter and you want to look for some cool designs, check her out. I'll try to link it below. I've been terrible at the links, but I'm going to try this time really hard. Anyway, there's a lot of people out there, and in fact, I believe on Kalisha's last episode, she went through a ton of people who you could give a try. But for my part, I chose to do a design by our very own Rell of the Dabbling Hook. Rell has several designs out there. I'm going to link her design page on Ravelry below, but she has several really cool designs which I have done before and will continue to do again. And I don't know if she has anything of hers on sale right now. I know every time she comes out with a new design, she generally discounts some of her things for a little while, and she did come out with something new, but it may be that we're past the window of the discount. But anyway, they're not that expensive. Like, so they're, I mean, I shouldn't say that. I know that everybody's at a different place income wise, but if you are looking for a really cool, really quick cool design, let me show you what I completed by Rell. It is her fringed triangle cowl. And I use Loops and Threads Country Loom yarn. I showed you guys already in a little clip earlier, one that I just purchased for another one of these. But here is the one that I finished. Guys, this thing is glorious. I'm just going to say it. It is absolutely glorious. I hope you can see it. You can't see me. I'm just trying to, what I'm going to do is I'll put in a video so you can see it. But it's fantastic. If you are in Southern California, you don't need nothing like this right now. But when it starts to cool down, this will, in a lot of ways, be just enough. Let me show you the back of it, because it doesn't come all the way down, but it will sit on your shoulders. It is truly a cowl. But it has that whole very cool poncho look. This is a very sharp design and very easy to do, very wearable. I can totally see this with some skinny jeans, a long sleeve like Henley top, or maybe like a white long sleeve t-shirt, your boots. This is bomb, guys. This is bomb. So that's mine, and I'm gonna put in a video right here so you guys can see the whole thing in all of its glory. Okay, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I have finished my fringed triangle cowl designed by the Dabbling Hook, or Rell Christmas. And I just want you to get a good look at it. I used Loops and Threads Country Loom yarn, and I was actually a little worried about that yarn, but it turned out really good. So yeah, it is a finished object, and I love it. This is what the back looks like. It's so super cool, guys. Get yours, make you one. I'm gonna make another. So the second thing that I have finished is, yes, another circular vest. The Ring Around the Rosie vest by the Lavender Chair. And this, I think, is number 4 for me. This time I used Red Heart Super Saver in the colorway Pink Camo. I used a size J crochet hook. And I used up every last bit, I should have brought a hanger, but I didn't, of the yarn. Like, you see that little ball hanging right there? That's because I still need to cut it off and weave in. That's all that's left. And, let's see. How many yards? 236 yards. I was right about that. I mentioned it earlier. And I actually took out maybe 1 or 2 repeats because I could tell I wasn't going to finish. I was going to run out if I did the pattern exactly. But it's still, because I used a J, it's still such a nice size. This one definitely needs to be washed and blocked just to get some of the, you know how Red Heart Super Saver, I don't know if they put sizing on the yarn, but it's a little stiff. But it is so pretty, guys. Look at that pink camo. Isn't that gorgeous? So you can see actually this is the inside, huh? Yep, that's the, wait. Oh no, I pulled that yarn because I wanted to take a picture, so I pulled that inner piece to the outside. So this is correct. Just like this. And I just took out a couple repeats because I was going to absolutely run out of this yarn. And at the very end of this pattern, when you get this little lacy bit, you're doing these chain 4s, and I really wanted to get those in, so I cut out some of the chain 3s. But guys, it is such a fantastic pattern. So all done, just got to weave in the ends, and I'm going to give this one a wash and a block. I'm just going to wash it, maybe even hand wash it with some woolite type of stuff. And then just lay it out and let it dry and see if that'll soften it up just a little bit. But I absolutely love this colorway. I love it so much that I want to make a hat. I mentioned it to you earlier. I want to make a little girl like a basket weave, not a basket weave, but a mesh style beanie to go with this. So that's that for that. Those are my two finishes. So when you make Rell's pattern with that country loom yarn, you need 2 full balls of it. At least I did, and I used the suggested hook and everything. It's a pretty big hook, but that yarn is a super bulky number 6 yarn. But when you use it, you need 2 balls to finish the whole, to finish the shawl, the cowl, and then sew it together. You need 2 whole balls, and then you need another ball because you need to do the fringe, but you don't need the whole ball. So I still had quite a bit of the ball left that I used, the third ball, and it's not enough to crochet a hat, but it is enough to knit a hat. So my very first whip I want to share with you is another pattern by Rell over there at the Dabbling Hook. This is her knitted Footbridge beanie. Now this yarn, honestly, is not the best yarn to really show off this pattern, but if you have watched me for any length of time, you have seen that I have made, like, I think three of these in a smoother, less textured yarn, so you can really see her stitch pattern. But you can see there's lots of texture that comes with just the way that we do the stitches, but the yarn itself is so textured you can hardly see it. But anyway, this is the Footbridge beanie by Rell over at the Dabbling Hook, and this is also another entry for the hashtag BIPOCMAL 2019. Another mention of that I forgot to say, to really encourage you, because they have some really good prizes available throughout the make along. I think they're giving away weekly prizes, and there are some really good prizes, so I hope I win. Anyway, this will be this week's entry. Okay, so that's that, and it's gonna go with that cowl. I'm not sure if that cowl is going to get sold or given as a Christmas gift. I guess what I'm going to do is try to sell it, and if I don't sell it, it'll be ended up as a Christmas gift. So that's the first whip I want to show you, and then my second whip is a crochet whip, and it is my third divine hat. And this is being made, the cowl, what was it called? There's a different cowl that I made last week that I showed you guys. What was that called? It was called a triangle something cowl too. Maybe the ribbed triangle cowl. But that cowl, it was so fantastic, but it like struck a memory for me. And I was like, people used to wear something like this, because really it's just around your neck and it covers right in the front, and it will look really cute with a jacket, and it won't bulk you up in the back because all it is in the front, and it's protecting the things that need to be protected, right? So I remembered that people used to wear something called a dickie. My dad used to wear dickies, and so it kind of reminded me of a dickie, but I like the word cowl better. Anyway, so this is what was left over from the blueberry custard, get back here, the blueberry custard Karen cake that I used for that. This is what was left over, and I still have, it's a mess. I shouldn't even pick it up out of here. Should just leave it where it is, but I still have that much left over. I'm not sure if it's gonna make it through the whole hat, so I'm gonna have to try to find something that will end it out and still be cute. And I'm not sure if the black, you know how I did this one when I ran out, the black worked perfectly for this, and maybe it'll work perfectly for that. Or, you know, I might find a nice gray actually and end that one out if I run out. So this one's gonna run out too, and I don't have any more. Well, I may have another cake of this somewhere. Do I have another cake? Did that take 2 cakes or one? I can't remember. I took one cake. So I probably have another one because I almost always buy 2 of the yarn. Like I tell my husband, if you're going to buy yarn for me, you could go to the yarn store and really pick out any kind of yarn because I am not a yarn snob at all. I love it all. Krista at the Secret Yarnery said that today. Well, it was her video yesterday, but I watched it today. Her shout out video, shout out Saturday, and she was like, "I am not a yarn snob," and she's not, and neither am I. So I tell them, if you do just go want to give me yarn as a gift, it doesn't really actually matter what you get overall, except that loop stuff that I showed in the video earlier. I don't want any of that. That does not compute for me, so I don't really want any of that. Anyway, I told them just always get me 2 because that's what I do, because half the time I'm not the type of person who goes to the store to buy yarn in general because of something I want to make. Although this weekend I did do that. Usually I order yarn just because I love yarn, and then I figure out what to make with it later. So that's me. Anyway, that is my other whip that I'll be working on hopefully today. But I am gonna sew when I get off of here because I owe somebody a bag. So somebody wants to order a bag and I need to get it made. So then last week when I was finished with everything, I was like, I want to make something different. I need something to work on. So I decided to work on an amigurumi. So this is a crochet polar bear. I put up a picture on YouTube and asked if anybody had any guesses as to what I was making, and people came up with some stuff, but no one came up with polar bear. So I think Shirley guessed. Hey Shirley over at Jamming with Yarns. A few different people guessed. I know Melisa guessed over at Sweet Melisa Makes. Hi Melissa. And there are a lot of people, I think even maybe Chris Bragg might have guessed. And these people all have channels here, and they're all my friends on Facebook. And anyway, it's a polar bear, and I'm at the bottom. I wanted to do one that was not a whole lot of songs. So this one is actually the whole body, including the head, is one piece. And then you do the arms, and you do the muzzle, and you put on the safety eyes. So very simple. And I think I'm just growing it now. I've done all my increasing, so I'm just growing it up, and then eventually I'll grow it. This is a free pattern on Ravelry. I will try to link it down below. It is by a designer called Marina B. She has a bunch of little free amigurumi patterns, so there you go. Those are my 3 whips, and that's gonna be that. So, confession time. You guys know I don't need any yarn, but as I always say, it's never, ever, ever about need. And this was a really good week for bargains. So, besides the little haul I showed you, let's have to be honest, I have about 4 orders coming in. So I believe tomorrow I should receive, actually, let me go back, today. And this one I'm going to blame on Ella. I mean, honestly, like, shout out if you, no, not shout out. Comment down below if YouTube makes you buy things. Like, YouTube, people on YouTube always making me buy something. And the thing that's coming today, I blame on Ella. But not really. So I have seen people, I believe it's made by Marsha's mom, share this book called Whimsical Stitches, and it's like a book full of amigurumi patterns. And I've been watching that book, and there's another book called The Big Book of Amigurumi. I want both of those books, and they are both been priced like $17 to $20 something. And I actually had, notice, last weekend I saw, or maybe like, it was before I got paid. So sometime early last week, I saw it, and it was dropped to like $8 and something on Amazon. And I was like, oh. So I put it in my basket, I eventually took it out my basket because I wasn't ready to order it, and we were ordering something else. So I think my husband took it out the basket because he ordered something. So it was in the save for later, I think. But Ella posted that on her episode that her sister had gotten a book for her and that it was discounted down from $22. And I was like, oh my God. I stopped her video, jumped over to Amazon and ordered it. That should be showing up today as long as nothing gets delayed. So I'm excited to receive that. I'll let you guys know. Then I think Crystal at Bag a Day is the next person I gotta blame because she did a giveaway and she had gotten some Willow Yarns had sent out some stuff for her to give away to her followers. I didn't win, but it was cool to watch. And I had last week showed you guys the Willow Yarns catalog that I got in the mail. And I said I was going to wait till my birthday and I was going to save it and I was just going to treat myself when it got closer to December because y'all know I don't need no yarn. I won't even need it in December, but I figured, you know, it's my birthday. I can make an excuse. But then Crystal shows up and I didn't win hers, but everybody wins with Crystal because there is a coupon code for free shipping. I think it's Bag Day 19 or Bag Day 2019 that you can use from now, I think, until the end of September to get free shipping on orders over $30. So then I couldn't resist, so I placed that order. Then I believe it was Cindy Suttles from Cindy Hearts Crochet who put up that Hirschner's was having some dollar yarn on sale for $1. So then I ordered some of that. So that's 3. There's another one. Oh, I was watching Krista at the Secret Yarnery. And yeah, she was talking about ice yarns, and she was talking about how you could get so many packs for like the $19.95 express 2-day shipping rate from ice yarns. Now that's high, but you get so much yarn that it really does average out to about $2 a ball in the end. So I ordered some of that. So this coming week, you will be seeing haul videos. I believe Ice Yarns is coming tomorrow. There are a couple of them that will come on Tuesday. So I will do short little videos of sharing each one that I get each day. So I will be sharing that. That's what's upcoming there. So yeah, YouTubers, you guys make me spend tons of money. Not tons of money. Because honestly, did I mention the Lion Brand? Who is it? Who did that? Melisa? Was that you? I think that was that Melisa? Who did it? Who showed me? I did get the email. But one of y'all is one. One of you guys are the one. Probably more than one of you. Somebody made me look at the Lion Brand 10 for 10. It might have been Melisa. Actually, I am pretty sure it's Melisa. Hey, Melisa. Thank you. From the Lion Brand 10 for 10. So I did order there as well. Y'all, as Kalisha would say, pray church, pray. Because I got a problem. If you could just see the other side of this camera. Actually, this is all yarn. It's ridiculous. And then there's yarn everywhere I look. What ifs? Okay, anyway, that's it. Those are coming up. And I am going to try this week to do I'm going to do a giveaway video. And I'm going to do a shout out video. I just got to get it together and get everything together. So, anyway, I think that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for spending time with me. Again, please come back if you like what you see. Please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you will receive notice every time I upload a new video. And with all of that being said, I think that will be that, and I will see you guys on the next video. In the meantime, keep it crafty.